everyone, welcome back. I hope you're all having an amazing day and thank you so much for being here. So if this is your first time on my channel, hi, my name is Shraddha. I post videos here on YouTube every Friday. So if you haven't already, please hit the subscribe button down below. And while you're there, don't forget to hit the notification bell so you're notified every time I upload a new video. So like I mentioned in one of my previous videos, I was planning to do more of like beginner friendly kind of videos. And in the past, I've done some videos like those, like, very sparingly. I remember I did one video on how to highlight and contour your face and things like that. But in those kind of videos, I'm not really able to explain in detail what I really want to explain you guys about that particular step, be it like applying your foundation or blending your eyeshadow or whatever the hell it is. So I decided to do like dedicated videos for the basics of makeup. So starting with the basics, today I'm going to talk about makeup brushes. Now, one of the most important tools when it comes to makeup is the way you apply your makeup, like the tools that you use to apply your makeup. In those tools, the most important thing that I feel are your makeup brushes. Other tools can be using like a mixing palette for your foundation, your eyelash curler, or your brow, what is that called, like brow wizzy kind of spoolie end, or there are tons of tools that you can use to apply your makeup with. When you come back to the basics, it's really about makeup brushes. And today in the market, there are so many brands, so many types, so many designs of makeup brushes. I can understand if you're someone who's a beginner, you'll totally be overwhelmed by it. I was. So what I did is I actually went on BH Cosmetics website and I bought like the biggest set of makeup brushes that they had. So I purchased a set of, I guess, 24 makeup brushes, and they have no explanation on their website, like this is a shadow brush or this is a angled liner brush or whatever. It's just like, here are your brushes, do whatever the heck you want. So that's what I did. I've been using BH Cosmetics brushes for 3-4 years, I guess. I bought them when I started my channel, so that would be 2015. So yeah, 3.5 years. I purchased like the Real Techniques basic brushes kit, and then as and when I understood like what kind of brush I needed for what kind of purpose, I went ahead and bought that kind of brush and spent money on buying individual brushes rather than buying a set of brushes, if that makes sense. Now, according to my knowledge, there are two kinds of brushes, two types of makeup brushes out there. The first one is your basic traditional kind of brush, which looks like this. It just has your brush bristles on the top and then your basic like thing that you hold in your hand. And the other kind of brushes that recently gained popularity are these kind of brushes, and this one is from Moda. The brand that really got these kind of brushes popular is, I think, the Artis brushes. They're oval brushes, and I have tried using these kind of brushes, but I don't know, maybe I'm just not really comfortable. This is something that's out of my comfort zone, so I haven't used this a lot. I don't like to use this. I'd rather go ahead and use these kind of like traditional brushes that I am comfortable with. As a beginner, I was really overwhelmed looking at all these kinds of brushes, like what do I use for what, like it was just confusing. So today I am here to help out any beginners out there. Don't worry, I have 5 basic brushes that you would need as a beginner to do your entire face. Now, of course, there are variations of all of these brushes available out there, so as and when you start getting more and more comfortable with makeup and using all these brushes, you can explore more. I would say as a beginner, these are the 5 basic brushes that you should have that will make your life really easy. So let's begin with number 1. So the first step for me, at least when I do my makeup, is my face, and on my face I apply my foundation, my concealer, my setting powder and things like that. So I really love to use something like this. This is the Real Techniques Expert face brush, and I like to use a really like dense kind of brush that really helps you blend your foundation really well. It helps you to get in the nooks and crannies of your face. I even like to blend my concealer with this brush, and I've had no problems whatsoever. I would suggest really getting a brush that has really dense kind of bristles that would really help in moving the product on your face and not really leave streaks, because who needs that, right? You don't really have to buy this particular brush for yourself. There are so many brands available out there today. You can go ahead and do your own research and find the best blending brush for your face that fits your budget. The next brush that I like to use really often is my e.l.f. blush brush. This again looks dense, but it's really soft and it's got these like tapered end to it. I use this kind of brush to either like pat my setting powder under my eyes. I use this to apply my highlight. I use this to apply my blush. I sometimes even use this brush to, you know, blend out my under the brow bone highlight. This is really versatile. You can use it for whatever purpose you want. Now I really love this brush because it's got really nice mobility to it. It does pick up a good amount of product and it's really soft when it comes to, you know, blending your highlight or your blush, because when you apply highlight, at least for me, I like it to be really subtle. So I really want my brush to, you know, pick up the correct amount of product as well as blend it out. I don't want anyone to notice, hey, I'm in the room, here's my highlight, you know. I don't want that. This was really cheap. I think it was like $2 or $3. Really nice. I've had this for more than a year now, or 2 years I guess, and I would really suggest getting a brush like this for at least your highlight and your under eye setting powder. It's really amazing and it blends out every product you apply flawlessly. Next we're going to move on to the eyes, which I feel like is the most complicated area when it comes to brushes. There are so many types of eye brushes, like it's insane. So let's start off with the basic brush that I love using, and that's a blending brush. I have two examples of blending brushes out here for you. This is your traditional blending brush. It's got like this tapered bottom and then it just flares up and it has like this rounded kind of tip to it. So when you pick up your product, tap off the excess and you want to blend your eyeshadow in, right? You don't want any harsh lines to appear on your eyelids. I would highly suggest getting a really nice soft bristled blending brush. The one that I picked up like in the beginning of my channel when I was just starting to get into making videos, I picked up the Real Techniques eyeshadow blending set, whatever, and I had this base shadow brush. Now both of these brushes are kind of similar, but if you notice, this one is more pinched towards the end than this one is. This is more like a full flare, but this one again is really amazing when it comes to blending out right on the edges of your eyes, or you know, like the bottom lash line. It's really amazing. I can even use this brush to pat eyeshadow on my eyelids, so it's really versatile. So you could either use this kind of brush to actually blend out your eyeshadow or something like this. If you were to blend with this moves a lot and doesn't give you that precision and control as a beginner that this would give you. So I would highly suggest getting a blending brush that is like a fat bottomed one. The next kind of brush that I would suggest getting is a flat eyeshadow brush. Now there are so many variations of these brushes. Like I have these two flat eyeshadow brushes, but just look at them. Both from the same brand, both from that same BH Cosmetics kit. Both are flat eyeshadow brushes. This one is smaller and a little longer as compared to this one. This is like broader and shorter. So I usually use this one because I feel like, again, because this is a little bit taller, I don't have that control. For me, the more fatter and broader flat eyeshadow brush works best, and I've used this today to pack eyeshadow on my lids. It gives me the most amazing like coverage on my eyes. I don't have to go in again and again. So yeah, really basic, really simple. So that would be my other recommendation to get for your eyeshadows. And the last eye brush that I would suggest is getting like a small tiny brush. This would help you get your eyeshadow in your inner corner. If you like to smudge your eyeshadow, you can smudge it under your lash line. You can even apply your brow bone highlight with this. So yeah, this is another like must have according to me if you are, you know, beginning with makeup and starting to build your small like brush collection, if you will. If you do feel confident in your makeup game and your makeup skills and you feel like, yes, I can take more, I would highly suggest getting a beauty blender because you can use it wet or dry and you can just like touch up your makeup, apply your makeup. It really gives you the most amazing natural finish. I've had this particular beauty blender for almost 3 years and this has like stood the test of time. I absolutely love it. I don't really use my beauty blender that often because I'm lazy because, you know, when I'm doing my makeup and I'm sitting with all of my setup and everything, I don't want to get up, go to the sink, wet this and then come back. I would rather use my Real Techniques face brush to do the same job essentially. But if I am feeling a little more fancy, I will go ahead and use my beauty blender instead. So yeah, it's just your choice and preference and how lazy you are. I hope this video was really helpful to you. Let me me know what kind of beginner basic videos you want me to do in the future. I have a few planned out, but it would really help me if you guys tell me what you want to see, and then I can work towards it. So I hope you guys enjoyed watching this video. If you did, you guys know what to do. Leave a nice big thumbs up on this video, hit the subscribe button down below, and while you're there, don't forget to hit the notification bell so you're notified every time I upload a new video. And on that note, take good care of yourselves, and I shall see you next Friday. Bye.